That's really nice to know. I know we've had experience working with one of our business coaches in California, and had the pleasure of some of the facilitators at our masterminds were some of the celebrities, and you right away you just say, oh my gosh, you know who this is?
Scared.
I had my very favorite soap opera star, Sandra Dee Robinson, who we now have had on our radio show. We're going to have her on again here shortly, but she played on Another World, and I grew up with her, and it was like, oh my gosh, I put this person on a pedestal, but they're just so, like you said, they're so genuine, and those are the kind of people that you really enjoy getting to know. So that is really cool to know. I can imagine those are just some fun stories and memories that you have. And,
it is.
And that has all led to your experience.
Exactly. So
here at the salon. So we'll talk a little bit more about, your niche and you have this salon, and you also have an art gallery within the salon. So what made you choose a niche like that, and why?
Well, I started out in the beginning when I was very young. I was an artist. My mother was an artist, and she kind of got me started in that. We had always wanted to open a business together. And then because I was a hairstylist as well, I decided to just blend both of the loves together. My mother's also one of our artists, so she works with me. She does natural soaps. She does, bath salts, oils, you name it, she can do it. She does jewelry. She paints. I mean, there's not anything she can't do. I mean, she's just amazing. If she decides to, she does it. So we just decided to blend it together, and I decided, too, to have a place for the local artist to be able to display their works. There is no cost to them other than we get a small percentage off of the top, and we don't charge any rent or anything. They can just come in and put their artwork up, and they can feel free to just come in whenever they want to and change some out. We usually try to get them to come in every couple of months and move some stuff around. We also have jewelers that actually make handmade jewelry. And we will, with us, we have a lot of our natural soaps, and we're actually going to start with with a makeup line and a skincare. We're going to go into skincare. I'm going to try to do a complete natural skincare line.
Yeah, I saw that. You're try to develop your own formula.
Exactly.
That's unique. That is unique.
Yeah, very, 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 very unique. Yes. We had some experience with a company that did the same thing a number of years ago, except it was in the suntan business.
Oh, yeah.
We
were with them when they were small. Now they're large.
Well, the owners sold out, so it's not the same industry business anymore. The people that took it over turned it into a commodity, and all of that. But yeah, it's very interesting to watch the passion that comes through somebody when it's their formula, it's their service, and they just want to make sure that those customers are served to the best end.
So
and
true.
It was really great.
They started here in Brevard County as well. So, and I love how you reference your hairstylists as hair artists. Yes. And that really, again, it just pulls it all together.
Well, I don't really want people that just consider themselves hairdressers or cosmetologists, because I want you to be an artist. I want you to be able to look at that head of hair and think of a piece of artwork, not like, I'm just going to come in here and cut some hair, I'm going to leave today. I don't want people that are like that. I want someone that's going to come in and they're going to have that artist mentality. When you're coloring hair, it's the same thing as painting it. When you're cutting that hair, it's the same thing as sculpting that hair. And I want our people, when they walk out, to realize and feel like they're $1 million, not like, I just went down to the local so-and-so and just got my hair cut. And I don't want them to feel that way. I want them to feel special. I want them to feel like a piece of artwork when they walk out. So that's what I like. And as far as like the natural skincare and all, my mother has celiac disease and she also has cancer. So it's near and dear to my heart to try to make things that are natural. So that's one of the reasons why I want to go in to make the natural skincare line, because I don't want people to have to worry about whether they're going to break out or they're going to have a problem with it or anything like that. And I will actually know what's going into it, because I will be the one to make sure what goes into the ingredients.
That's so important. I was reading something, of course, you never know if on Facebook if that's real news or not, but I actually went to the story and read more about it. But there was some kind of a children's powder that was being sold, and they had to recall it. It actually had asbestos in it, asbestos. And they were saying that there was one lady that actually had used it, and she was describing what has been happening to her body. And that this is now makeup that is being sold to kids. And it's been recalled, of course, but, not knowing that.
Yes.
How, when we're not educated enough, we just trust
Exactly.
So definitely that'll be something that will be a big plus for you and your salon there.
Yes.
Because I know so many of my friends are really into the all natural products, and I have very sensitive skin, so I have to be very careful myself. So don't put much on it. So I'll be probably one of your first customers there looking into this. But I know when we spoke the other day, you shared such a cool story about your mom, and what it was a very good lesson that. And I'm getting goosies just thinking about it now, but I remember the lesson that your mother taught you that has really helped you to carve in your niche. Would you want to share that with our audience about her art trip? Oh, and her first art show.
Yes, her first art show. I forgot. We talked so much, I forgot.
You probably have lots of stories, but that really resonated with me. I just really thought that was cool.
Well, my mother has taught me that you need to try and stand out in a crowd. So I remember her first art show, she went and she was very disappointed because she sat there all day long and she didn't sell anything. So she got frustrated and she went home and she started thinking about it. So she said, you know what, I'm going to stand out tomorrow. So she went to the store and she bought this outfit that looked like probably a gypsy. She went and got her a thing of color and dyed her hair bright red.
Love it.
Then she went back the next day and she was painting a picture, and I mean, she really stood out. And she said that she started realizing people expect us to look a certain way. If you're an artist, you're supposed to look like an artist. So she wanted to be unique. And she said the funny thing of it was is she sold everything she had but one piece of artwork, and she sold that walking to the car. So she told me, she said, you need to stand out. You need to be different. You need to be unique. Think outside the box. Don't be like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so that's been the mentality that I've had. I try to stand out in a crowd. I don't want to be the same. I want to be unique. I don't want to blend in with everybody. So.
That's Richard's favorite lessons that he teaches our clients. And you have a word that is not a word, but you tell everybody you have to be
rememberable.
That's exactly right.
It's not a word, but it sounds like it's a real word. And people will sometimes, they just cock their head over and look at me, but it is what it is, but it served its purpose.
That's it. You need to be unique is what my mother actually painted a shirt for me that said that a long time ago. It says, awesome. I'm unique but very cute.
I like that. Yeah. Well, and it's such, especially being in business now, having your salon and everything, and making and carving that niche out, and not only just within standing out with the art in your salon, but knowing the passion that you're putting in and the training you're putting in with your hair artists.
Yes, exactly.
And you have some, a lot of great stuff happening here in the next few months. So definitely want you to share with our audience about what is happening next week, and how they can come and visit with you and find out more.
Well, next week we have our ribbon cutting ceremony on, it's July the 26th, and now we're going to be doing stuff all day long, but our ribbon cutting ceremony is actually going to be from 4 to 6. We're going to have 98 The Beach is going to be there, and they're going to be broadcasting live, and there will be prizes that will be given away, and we will have baskets that we give away. We have raffles that are actually going on now, so the clients that are coming in, the first raffle is free, and all the raffles thereafter are only $1, and all of the proceeds are going to go toward the nonprofit for the cancer that we will be bringing in within a couple of months. So all of the proceeds are going to go toward that. And I'm very excited about that coming up, because then it'll allow me to give back to the community. I see what my mother's going through with the cancer, and I can only imagine how these women feel about, right now. And I just want to do something to make them feel special and make them feel wonderful about themselves. So we will be taking nominations for those women as well. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be awesome. And then after our ribbon cutting ceremony, we're going to start going into exactly that. And then we will go to October, and I do theatrical makeup. So I'm probably going to start trying to do some theatrical makeup for a lot of the parties that are out there. So if people are interested in that, just get the word to let them come up and see us. During the November and December time frame, of course, we're getting ready for the holidays. So we'll be doing anything that has to do for them to go to their holiday parties. We are also going to be in with a lot of the art. We are in with the Strawberry Art League. Mm-hmm. So we will be doing a lot of the art shows that are around as well. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to just, get out there and get people, let them know about us.
Which is so important, because if you just were cutting hair every single day, which most salons do, mm-hmm. They have to keep coming up with different and unique marketing tactics, which, I've seen some, But what you're doing is you're involving the community.
Exactly.
And I just think that is so vital as far as the giving back to the community. And I know that, when I first met you and your husband, Mark, and sharing what you do, your husband's a minister, I understand.
Yes,
exactly.
He is. Yes, he's a minister. I'm a praise team leader. So we have a church of our own. So we try to give back to the community and try to bless others as God has blessed us.
I love that. I remember the day we sat and talked. It just really resonated with me because that is just I was raised the same way, as to always be a giver. Abundance flows to you when you're abundant to others. And I just really, truly believe that. So I'm excited to be a part of your team here and have you here with our audience and sharing all these really unique ideas, because I'm hoping that our audience, just listening and hearing how you are taking those leaps of faith and standing out and giving back to the community, but also finding and carving that niche, that they will realize in their own industry they can do the same.
They can.
You just have to be bold enough and, like you said, walk in and just don't even worry about what they think at the age of 21, right? You said?
Well, I just told myself when I walked in, I was like, okay, no guts, no glory.
There you go.
You got to go for it, And I mean, what is that when you, I've done like the zip cords before, and I mean, what you have to do is you just have to count 3 and jump, So.
I remember the first time I jumped out of an airplane. I was 16 years old, and the parachutes didn't look then like they do today. There wasn't any of the soaring through the sky. It was a round parachute, and you were going down. But,
so did you go on your own, or did someone push?
No, I've been flying since I was 14. But I jumped on my own, and I've got 5 jumps. But hey, I did it. But it's another one of those little things like you were talking. It's a confidence builder.
It is.
Oh, if I can do that,
I can do anything else.
Then you can do the next. You can do the next. You can do the next until you get to where you want to be. And I think you have an awesome story in that whole process, and also to be a mentor along the way to people that.
Well, you never know if you can do it unless you try.
Exactly.
And if you fall, it's okay. You just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and do it again.
Well, one of my big philosophies is there is no failing. You never fail.
Exactly.
As long as you learn something
from the experience
on that, then okay. So let's try it again. Let's not do that.
Exactly.
And let's see what happens. And eventually it will all come around, and you'll have that great big smiley face and going, yeah,
I did it. And that's a good feeling, trust me, because I really had to lean on my Lord, because I know that if I have faith in him, I can do all things.
Exactly.
But there's days I'm thinking, why am I afraid? And it's just really getting past that. And it's just, and I have great mentors in my life as well. One of them is our producer right here, Jeff Heiser. He really keeps me going. And I have a good business coach. I have to have all that in my life too. So it is exciting. But let our audience know exactly where your salon art gallery is, so that they can come visit. And I believe if they want to come, they don't have to wait to the ribbon cutting to come visit you, do they?
No, they do not.
All right.
They can come, and we're already doing the raffles now. So as I said, the first ticket is free.
Mm-hmm.
We have baskets that are there, so you can kind of choose the one that you'd like to put your ticket in. And we have anything from we've got a movie ticket basket that has like candies and popcorn and movie tickets, and then we have a wine and gift basket that's out there, and then we have a couple that is for the beauty and with beauty products in it. Mm-hmm. And then we will be having the giveaways as well once the radio station comes. But we are at 1533 West New Haven, which is right across from the Melbourne Square Mall. We're in the same plaza with Jason's Deli and Kiki's, and we're right in the corner beside Joanne's Fabric, so you can't miss us. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope a lot of people will come out. I think, they'll be doing a live radio broadcast, so that should be a lot of fun. And we have plenty of room for everyone, and we will be having drinks, and we will have like light snacks, pretty much throughout the day. And then from 4 to 6, we will be offering a little bit more to eat there as well. So you can eat as well. It's not going to be a full dinner buffet, but it will be hors d'oeuvres. So.
I love it. Sometimes people go to ribbon cutting to have their dinner. But it sounds like it's going to be a great networking event too, because there's going to be so many people from the community there. You've actually invited, I think, the mayor and
sheriff, and we've invited all those from the chamber. So
if they personally can't make it, I know they'll most likely have a representative there. So there's, again, it's just a good contribution to the community, and in that plaza there's lots of parking.
Yes,
so,
there is, front and back, because there's some at the back as well.
Right.
And we will have a good many of our local artists, and I'm calling out to the other local artists too. If this is something that you think that you would like to do, come in and see what we have. If you want to put your artwork or your jewelry or anything that you have, I'm looking for someone who does sculpture, because I would love to have some sculptures in there. That would be beautiful. And if you do murals or anything like that, I would love